So welcome to the 2020 Health Symposium. We're going to get you guys a little warmed up today, okay? Anybody know about the wave? Not even the wave? Okay, you don't have to stand up, all of you guys. I know it'll be kind of take a while for you guys to stand up. So I'm going to start here, over here, okay? And you're going to do the wave. Everybody know how to do it, right? Okay, on three. 1, 2, 3. Oh, hey, I like that. All right, that was good. Okay, now you're all warmed up. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to our host, Mr. Jaron Singley.
At 2020, I'm your host, Jaron Singley, and I'm glad you're able to partake in this show today. We have a great show lined up for you today. In fact, as you know, we've had a lot of exciting topics over the past few months. We talked about financial fitness, right, and getting your finances in order. We talked about mental health and being mentally prepared and challenged and ready for the opportunities that life throws at us. Well, today we're going to be focusing on being physically fit and healthy. And today's show is packed. I mean, we have a couple of helpful tips from Chaz Evans. We'll go live to a fitness center where we have our roving reporter, Thomasina Wallace, and we'll be learning some fitness tips. And as always, we'll wrap things up with an exciting game show. Are you ready? All right, are you ready? All right, so let's go ahead and get started with our first guest this morning. He is a board-certified physician and surgeon who has been helping people stay healthy for over 40 years. A graduate of Yale University School of Medicine, please put your hands together and let's give a warm welcome to Dr. William Choctaw.
I am well, thank you.
Good. So, now I know when I go to the doctor, and I know a lot of people when they go to the doctor, one of the things that they hear is that you need to get more exercise. What does that mean exactly when doctors say stuff like that?
Well, when doctors say you need to get more exercise, it means you need to move more and sit less. Well, you bring up a good point. A lot of times people think about exercise meaning that you have to go and run 5 and 10 miles a day. That's not necessarily what it means. What it means is that you need to move around more. There are some people even who sit in offices have what they call standing desks. So they don't sit at their desk anymore, they stand at their desk. But basically, just think about movement, and that's the most important thing.
Very good, very good. So as I heard earlier today, and a lot of us know, obesity is a major problem in America.
Yes.
Is there really any resolution?
Yes.
There is?
Yes.
What can we do?
Stop eating.
I haven't even had breakfast yet.
I know it sounds facetious, but a lot of times, and particularly this time of year, we hear all the resolutions and New Year's and that sort of thing. The issue is not to lose weight. The issue is to lose weight comfortably so that you can sustain it. We can all lose weight. Losing weight is not a big deal. If you don't eat, I guarantee you will lose weight. Guarantee you. But if you eat less, exercise reasonably, then you can maintain the weight loss. And the issue is maintaining the weight loss.
Right. I mean, we see TV shows all the time where people lose weight, rapidly for, a contest and something, yes. But I hear most of the time that's not sustained.
It is not sustained. It is not sustained. A lot of folks lose weight by taking medication. if before they have a fight or before they have an event. You cannot sustain that.
No, you're a surgeon. What about surgery?
Surgery does have a role. It has a role in those individuals who are morbidly obese and these individuals who are more than just overweight, but who are obese to the point that they cannot lose the weight. And it's beginning to have physical impacts on them, like high blood pressure and diabetes and other things.
I see. And you still partner that with eating right, of course, and exercise.
Yes, because even when they have the surgery, they still have to watch what they eat. The surgery alone will not guarantee that things won't come back.
Okay. Now, I also hear that diabetes is a rapidly growing problem in the U.S.
Yes.
How is that related to obesity at all, or is it something
Well,
separate?
it is certainly related to obesity. I don't want to be too technical, but one of the problems with obesity is that it makes insulin less effective in the body in terms of what it's supposed to do. But one of the things to keep in mind, and I think this is important, that there's another component to diabetes, and that's genetics. It's genetics. And my point being, I mean, it does not necessarily mean that if mom and dad were diabetic, you're going to become diabetic, but it may suggest that the chances may be higher for you than someone who did not have it in the family. So I think it's important that we not beat ourselves up and think it's something that we're doing horribly wrong, that sometimes those things really, like hypertension, are really genetic.
So is it something that the average person needs to be concerned about?
Yes, because it is a problem. And certainly you want to make sure that you have a healthy lifestyle. That means eating reasonably and exercising reasonably. And just a couple of suggestions about the eating part. Just me now. One of the things I suggest is, we were always taught by mom and dad to clean our plate.
Right.
I'm going to suggest don't clean your plate. Think about that. Think about that. If someone gives you a plate of food and you really don't want to eat it all, but you feel obligated because you don't want to make people feel bad, so you say, okay, I'll eat it. Then you feel stuffed and you know you've eaten too much. So my suggestion, number one, is consciously don't clean your plate. Don't clean your plate. Just leave something on your plate. Apologize ahead of time, but just leave stuff on your plate. Because a lot of what we do is habit. We just do it by habit.
Right.
The second thing is eat on smaller plates. Go into a restaurant like Albertsons or some of these other, not Albertsons, what am I thinking about? Applebee's or some of these other places. Plates are huge. Yeah. They are huge. And you order whatever, hamburger, whatever. They're massive. Don't feel like you have to eat all that just because they give it to you. So eat on smaller plates and leave food on your plate.
That's a very good tip. I can see a lot of people already kind of doing, some of the math in their head that if I got, a bigger plate and I didn't clean it, if I didn't eat it all, then I'd be in good shape. But they just put out more food on a bigger plate.
That's right.
But having a small plate kind of alleviates that problem.
It makes it easy. It makes it easy because you can certainly go back for seconds, but now you got to get up. You got to move.
Right, move.
You got to move, and so it all sort of works together. I guess the bottom line is there is no one silver bullet. That there's no one thing that you can do. It's a combination of things, and it's a combination of things that you have to do reasonably.
Awesome. Well, Doctor, I think we've learned a lot. We definitely have a lot to think about. Thank you so much for coming on the show today. Let's give a big hand for Dr. William Choctaw. God bless you.